Well, if this game is all about defense, expect somewhat of a slow pace as the defenses are really going to load up, force the offenses to work to get good shots.
UC Irvine was so close to getting into the tournament the last 2 years, but they lost in the championship game of their conference tournament both years. Finally able to break through. Now back to Stokes with just over a minute gone by, and the Wildcats still looking for their first points.
Yeah, throughout this season, without Dean Wade, Kansas State has been somewhat inconsistent offensively.
Rutherford wasn't able to squeeze the pass or a turnover. Kansas State just so active at that end of the floor. That's a corner three. It's up and good. Beautiful stroke by Stokes. Stokes, their best three-point shooter. He's 65th on the season. This is Hazard on a deep three. Able to get their way into the dance. This is Mayween out to Jada. That's a three. And he gets the friendly bounce. Here's Hazard moving right. And the rebound pulled by Snead. So one and done at the moment for the Anteaters. Haven't been able to get under the offensive glass. Snead finds his spot.
And once he gets him outside, he may have a lot more success. Beautiful pass.
What a pass. Elston Jones as Phelps dropping a dime.
Neil Williams, got that one.
Sean Neal Williams, a freshman from St. Louis, showing some hops early on. This is Stockard, and he's going glass.
What I loved about that land is the nice little bump, but then he didn't fade away.
Shot clock at 10. Here's Rivers, probing that Kansas State defense that is so lethal. Cartwright from deep. Got it.
So he's lethal.
Rivers the steal. Mike McGurl, the lone man back. Leonard with the easy deuce. Turned when Barry Brown went to the bench with that second personal. Right now the Wildcats on their heels, and the Anteaters keep on coming. Cartwright, 7 straight timeout taken by Bruce Weber.
There's Cartwright, toughness, drives it. The Anteaters are back in this game.
The State hasn't scored. They've got 5 field goals, but they've got 4 turnovers.
Here's Snead, that's a tough turnaround fade, and he knocks it down. There's a long two. Guys, high degree of difficulty on that shot.
You see Gallup to be able to knock it away and disrupt deflections.
Rutherford forced them from the low block to the high post.
McGurl right through the teeth of the defense.
Kansas State hasn't turned it over in the last 2 minutes and a half, and that's why they've built this lead.
Beautifully done by McCall Mayween.
Right now, the Anteaters are turning the basketball over, and when they turn it over, they are giving up 7 points off those turnovers.
9 straight points for Kansas State as the redshirt freshman, a little double clutch over the top of Mayween.
That's good.
Looked like it was off Jones.
This is Mayween showing the stroke.
From a mental standpoint, that's got to buoy UC Irvine. They've got to believe in themselves.
Jones, a chance at 3. So Barry Brown still on the K-State bench. As we come up on the final 4 minutes to play.
Look at that help.
Austin Trice in for the first time, denied. Kansas State has not scored in 2.5 minutes. Little floater won't go. Jones, second chance. 3-point game. Here comes Yasu Worku. Back on the floor, now to Galloway. Here's Jones. Pretty spin.
Okay.
And they just keep on coming. 9 straight points. Leonard. Outside to Hazard. 1. Got it. And we are tied at halftime.
Into the basket.
Stokes able to sneak inside. This is McCall Mayween. Boy, he's showing some nice maneuvering with that offense on the box.
And right there, he got right up against them. I guess that's the official call.
There's the steal. Cartwright to the rack. What a play. Snead with the block. And then it's Galloway putting it back. And a chance at 3. 6th time an Anteater has won that award the last 7 years. That is Brown. And Christian Velp, the all-time leading scorer. Washington, that is Cartwright, up and under.
Good move by Cartwright, and I see what Russell Turner's doing with his recruitment. Lynn, he's going after NBA players' lineage. I mean, the kid can score, he can pass, he's a great teammate. You come out with your first game in NCAA tournament, get a triple-double, and there's Max knocking down another 3.
And it's a 20-9 run for the Anteaters. Going back to the first half, jumper from Brown short, and look at Mayween again. Grew up in West Valley City, Utah, just outside Salt Lake. We told you about his story. As Cartwright misses the floater, it's tapped up and in by Jones. Ending Kansas's 14-year vice grip on that franchise. But right now, a little bit on the ropes. Colin Velp.
You look at Colin, he only weighs about 215 pounds, but he knows how to take angles, and he's a good feel off the dribble.
Three-pointer in and out. McGurl is there, weak side. Badly needed bucket for K-State. UC Irvine hasn't lost since January 16th. This is Stokes. And Kansas State back in front. Between Kansas State, the rugged at-large out of the Big 12, and the UC Irvine Anteaters, as McCall Mayween continues what has been a stellar day.
And somebody can get in the sweet spot right below the free throw line in the middle. You're going to create some space.
Max Hazard. What a matchup this has been.
Turn and face. There you go.
Sneed, pretty shot. First points since the 10:04 mark of the first half. Jones out of the double team. Into the hands of Leonard. Off the deflection, and they'll take it. 1-point game. Stokes unable to answer. Battle for their... And it's taken by Leonard and the Anteaters. Leonard. Got it. Anteaters have hit their last 3 shots. Play clock down to 7. This is Cartwright. That's a 3.
To create opportunities for more possessions, which means turnovers and rebounds.
Oh, he's so good.
The State desperate for some points. Down to 4:30 remaining. Stokes from 3. That's good. Kansas State in the field for a 3rd straight year. Elite 8 trip last year as Brown splashes in a 3. They're also very good in tightly contested games. 8-0 this season in games decided by 5 points or less. That is Stokes. Had a lot of time left. Here comes Hazard. 90 seconds. Hazard. Splash! 5-point lead.
We'll need to drive the gaps against this zone play inside out.
Stokes on a 3, no. Sneed. The tip pass to Jada. That's a 3.
That's inside out, and it's got to be in the blood, as I mentioned before.
Here's Stokes on a 3. The tip, no, and it is over. The 13-seeded UC Irvine Anteaters have stunned Kansas State. Their first ever NCAA tournament victory.